lovely clarinet players. This is our Lesson 5 video. In this Lesson 5 video, we are going to do a quick embouchure check. We are then going to work on number 12 and number 14. Then we're going to take a look at our quarter notes that we reviewed in class this past time. And then we are going to learn hot cross buttons at the end of this video. Your goal is to watch this video 4 times. Now, if it's easier for you to have your book out, we are in your book. We are going to start on number 12 in your book, just so you know. So if you need to pause this video. Before we start, we're going to test our mini instruments. Just a reminder, obviously this tuner is not going to pick up you over the video, but we should be using our Smart Music tuner multiple times a week to double check. We should be getting a G flat. Now you can see our goal is to get it right in the middle, so I need to make some adjustments. For me, it was the angle of my clarinet. I had it too close, actually. It needed to be a little further out. So make sure you're using that. Now, if it comes out as the wrong pitch, some of you needed to put more mouthpiece in your mouth. If I just put in a little bit more mouthpiece, I get the right pitch. So make sure you are double checking with those tuners. All right, we're going to put our whole clarinets together. So if you need to pause this video to do that, please do. And we are going to be on number 12. You can either look at my screen or look in your book, whatever is easier for you, for you. All right, so lovely clarinet players, we're going to go through and count this first, number 12. Eyes on your music. All right, here we go. We're going to do the counting, tapping your toe. If we can't count it correctly, there's no way we can even put our fingers in the right spot at the right time. All right, here we go. Down, up, ready, set, and go. 1, 3, 1. 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1. This time we are going to tee it. We're going to tee it. All right, here we go. From the beginning, we're going to practice our tonguing. Down, up, ready, set. T, 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 T. Do the last 2 measures. Miss Brands, we had a cough attack. Last 2 measures right here. Here we go. T, T, T. Ooh, a tickle in my throat, everyone. All right, now we are going to go back, and we are, just before we do our note names, just a reminder, when we are playing this song, we have these 3 notes right here. How many times did we tongue? We tongue 3 times. We tongue once at the beginning of every single note in this song. Ta, 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 or I'm sorry, T, 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 T. Every single note we are teeing, we are tonguing every single note in the song. But our air, in between measures 1 and 2, we are moving our air for 6 beats, because we've got 2 beats here, plus 2 more beats here, plus 2 more beats here. So your air is actually going to move 6 beats. We're not going. Your air moves for all 6 beats. Your tongue's just going to tap the reed as you switch notes. Your air doesn't stop. Your air moves the entire time. All right, here we go. We are going to do our note names and fingers. Here we go. Notes, names, and fingers, starting at the beginning. Down, up, ready, set. C, D, E. D, C, D. D, C, E. D, E, C. Beautiful. We're going to try that again. Now, we have to be super careful. This half note is only 2 beats long. This one's only 2 beats long. It's really easy to play that into the rest. So we want to make sure E, you cut that note off. You don't hang over. We can't be lazy about it. All right, notes and fingers one more time. And when I hold my clarinet, I'm holding my clarinet correctly all the time. I'm not holding my lower hand in some weird place. My lower hand is always underneath this thumb rest. All right, here we go. Down, up, ready, set. C, D, E. D, C, D. Very nice. We are going to try playing it this time. Don't forget, we've got a breath mark. When we have a breath mark, we have to make the note before it a teeny bit shorter. Not an entire beat. That's too long. That's a big old hole in the middle of our song. Just a tiny little bit shorter so we can fit that breath in. All right, here we go. Clarinets up. Make sure this is sliding in. Teeth on top. If I came into your house right now and tried to pull your barrel out of mouth, I shouldn't be able to. It's nice and firm. And some of you need to put your mouthpiece in a little bit further. And we should have some nice dimples going along right here. This is all being pulled down. All right, here we go. Down, up, ready, set. Very nice, very nice. So we are tonguing every single note. So in this song, we go T, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We would tongue 10 times. So your air's moving, your tongue's just interrupting. So I'd go ta, ta, ta. See, the sound didn't stop. My tongue just interrupted it. I didn't go ta, ta, ta. That would be a sad song. All right, that is number 12, everybody. If you need to go back and rewind and play that again, you may. All right, I now am moving to number 14. So if you are in your book, that's at the very bottom of your page 7. Number 14 is way down here. We skipped 13. That's number 14 right there. All right, so number 14, we are going to do our first step. We are going to count it, everybody. So we're going to do our counting for number 14 first. Here we go. Eyes on your music, not on me. Eyes on your music, not on me. Here we go. Down, up, ready, set, C. Oh, I messed up. Oh. Okay, here we go. Down, up, ready, set. 1, 3, 1. 1, 3, 1. 3, 1. 1. I hope that you are tapping your foot, because if you don't tap your foot, it's really easy to play right here. This is a rest that happens on the first and second beats. We don't really see that very often so far. So we want to make sure we're tapping our foot so we don't accidentally play there or here. Try it again. We're going to do our counting one more time. I'll try not to mess up at the beginning this time. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Down, up, ready, set, and go. 1, 3, 1. 1, 3, 1. 3, 1. 1. Very nice. Now this time we are going to T it. So we're going to practice how our tonguing would be. All right, here we go. Down, up, ready, set. T, T, T. Make sure your foot's tapping. T, T, T. T, T. T. Beautiful. So you're tonguing at the beginning of every single one of those notes. This time we are going to sing our note names. We're going to say our note names, and we're going to do our fingerings at the same time. And again, I'm always holding my clarinet correctly. So my bottom hand, even though I'm not using it yet, is still my thumb's underneath my thumb rest, and I'm holding it here. I'm not doing something up here, not doing something here. I'm holding that clarinet correctly. All right, here we go. We're going to sing our note names. Make sure I'm singing the right. That's our C. Okay, here we go. Singing our note names and doing your fingerings. Down, up, ready, set. C, E, D. D, E, C. E, D. C. Very nice. Now, if you're having trouble with a certain spot, maybe you're having trouble right here. Remember, you can go back and practice D, E, or D, E, C. You can go through and just practice those notes. You don't have to always start the song at the beginning. Find the treble spot, work on the treble spot, and then put it back together. All right, let's try playing it. So I'm going to make sure I'm pulling all this down. I get these nice little dimples on my face. Slide it in. Teeth on top. If I snuck through your window right now and tried to take this out of your mouth, I shouldn't, because you're putting all the weight of your clarinet up on those top teeth. You're pushing up on those top teeth. All right, here we go. We're going to play from the beginning, everyone. Holding my clarinet correctly. Down, up, ready, set. Awesome. Now remember, you can practice this song as many times as you need to. You can rewind it. If you wanted to explore in Smart Music, you have access to your whole band book. You could actually play this on Smart Music even though it's not an assignment. So that is number 14. Let's try it one more time. Down. Oh, get this all set. Sorry. Down, up, ready, set. Very nice. All right, what we're going to do, if you are in your book, you are turning the page. You are turning to page 8. We are at the top of page 8, and we're going to look at number 15. Number 15 has our lovely quarter notes. So we're going to let that load. Number 15. A reminder, a quarter note gets 1 beat of sound, and a quarter rest, those are the ones that look like lightning bolts, those get 1 beat of silence. Now, oftentimes in your music, you won't see 4 quarter rests in a row. They'll put a whole rest. But I think in this song, they just wanted to show you what quarter rests look like. So we have, our song is, the rhythm's pretty simple, right? So if I count this, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's pretty simple, right? It's 4 quarter notes, 4 quarter rests. But if I go look at the very end, I have a whole note. So it does change. So when we're playing this song, your air is going to move in measure 1, just like it would if you had a whole note. It's going to move for 4 entire beats. Your tongue's just going to tap the reed to make a new note come out. Ta, 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 ta. We're not going ta, 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 because that means we're just doing like 4 little puffs of air. Our air goes for 4 beats. Ta, 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 or ti, 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 ti. So your air in this measure is going to move just like a whole note. Now when we look at the end, we have 4 quarter notes and then a whole note, which is 4 beats. How many beats long is your air going to move? It's going to move for 8 beats. So you're going ti, 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 ti. I'll do that again. Ti, 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 ti. Your air actually is going to move for 8 entire beats because there's no breath mark in there. So we're going to move it for 8 beats there. All right, so I don't think we need to count this one. It's pretty simple. We're going to note name it, though. All right, so I've got my clarinet. I'm holding it correctly. You should be sitting in a chair, by the way, on the edge of your chair with your butt up front and your feet flat on the floor, not all hunched down like this. So make sure you're sitting with good posture because that's going to affect how you sound on your clarinet and whether or not you're playing in tune. All right, so I'm going to say my note names. Let's make sure I got the right one. There's my E. All right, here we go. Notes and fingers. Down, up, ready, set. E, 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 E. You've got entire measure rest to add your finger 4. D, 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 D. Rest. 2, 3, add a finger 4. C, 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 C. Rest. 2. Now I go back. D, 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 C. Beautiful. Now, let's actually tee it. We're going to tee it. And if you want to be super fancy, you can do your fingers for the notes while you tee. But if that's too tricky to do both at once, just do the T. All right, here we go. Down, up, ready, set. T, 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 T. If my air moved for 4 beats, my tongue just interrupted. T, 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 T. T, 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 T. Now 8 beats of air. T, 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 T. Does that make sense? So your air doesn't just move with each note. It moves across and your tongue is just interrupting it. All right, here we go. We're going to play it. So here we go. So slide in. Dimples are right here. Teeth on top. Your clarinet push up against those top teeth, nice and firm. Here we go. Down, up, ready, set. Ooh, how many times did your tongue tap the reed in measure 1? You should have tapped it 4 times. T, 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 T at the beginning of each note, and then it pulls back. If it stays on the reed, it's not going to make a sound. T, 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 T. And when we say T, we're pulling our tongue back. It's going to kind of pull back to where our molars are. Sorry, you just guys just saw the entire side of my mouth. But T, we're pulling it really back, so the fat side of your tongue, that's going to touch way back there. It's going to pull all the way back. All right, let's try it again. I just wanted to test you. All right, here we go. Down, up, ready, set. So remember, you can practice this as much as you want. If you even want to log into Smart Music, you can scroll down the bottom of the page to your method book and pull up number 15. So those are our quarter notes. All right, everyone, the moment you've been waiting for, number 16, hot cross buns. Now, in your book, number 16, which is on page 8, they have your clarinet part, and then they have this clapping part, which we're not going to do. You guys know how to clap. These are like boring, just quarter notes. It's not very exciting. So we're just going to be doing the playing part. I have faith that you guys know how to clap your hands together. All right, so we have hot cross buns. We're going to count it first. Here we go. Very exciting. Number 16, hot cross buns. Counting, tapping your toe. Down, up, ready, set. 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 1. So there's a few things to take note of. We have a breath mark right here. So that just means this note's going to have to be an incy, bincy, tinsy, wincy shorter. Not an entire beat, just a little bit so we can fit in a breath. When we breathe, if we go, we didn't get any air. And if we go, I shouldn't really be able to hear your breath. If you breathe in from down here, that doesn't make sound. If I go, then it sounds like I'm going to just start coughing like I did earlier. So it's a teeny little space right here for our breath. But our breath, when I breathe from underneath, I shouldn't be able to hear it. Right here, make sure you give that rest its full 2 values of beats, okay? It needs to be 2 beats of silence. And then here's a little tricky. We have a breath mark right here between 2 half notes. So again, this half note's going to have to be an eeny weeny bit shorter. All right, this time we're going to tee it. Down, up, ready, set. T, 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 T. So, in measures 1 and 2, you have half note, whole note. How many beats is your air going to move? It's going to move for 8 beats because you don't have a breath mark until there. So your air is going to move 8 beats. It's just you're going to tongue on your E, your D, and your C, but your air moves for 8 entire beats. Right here, your air is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beats, and then you've got 2 beats rest. Now here's where it gets really fun. You are going to move your air from here all the way to there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because that's a half note. Your air is going to move for 10 beats with your tongue interrupting it because you don't have a breath mark so there. So your air is going to move for 10 entire beats long. And at the end, you've got a half note, 1, 2, plus a whole note, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 6. It's going to move for 6 beats. So your air, remember, your air keeps going. Your tongue's just going to interrupt it. All right, are we ready to do notes and fingers? From the beginning, notes and fingers. Holding my clarinet correctly, always sitting on the edge of my seat with my butt up front, my feet flat on the floor. Here we go. Notes and fingers. Make sure I'm singing the right note. E. Okay, there we go. Down, up, ready, set. E, D, C, E. Oh, did you hear my breath? You probably didn't, but I took one. So if it's a nice big breath, you won't really hear it, but we need to make the C just an inch of it shorter. Okay, here we go. Try it again. From the beginning. Down, up, ready, set. E, D, C, E, D, C, 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 D, 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 E, D, C. Same thing, I've got this breath right here. Now I'm telling you, there are going to be a bunch of you that are going to be super lazy about this half rest. Make sure this C is only 2 beats long. Because remember, eventually we're going to be able to play together. And if one person holds it 1 beat longer, it's not going to sound good. All we're going to hear is the one person that held it too long, not the other 70 people that held it the right length. So you have to be really precise. All right, you guys ready to try playing it? So for this song, your tongue is going to tap your reed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 times. You tongue 17 times in the song. All right, here we go. Get this set. Side this up. Dimples. Push up against those top teeth. Holding my clarinet correctly. Sitting with my butt up front. Here we go. Down, up, ready, set. Very nice. Now, you can rewind this and practice this as many times as you want. Be precise. It's very fun to play the clarinet, but it's even more fun if you play it correctly. You're precise about your embouchure, you're precise about how you sit, you're precise about counting your notes, because our eventual goal, I know we can't do it right now, but is we will all play together and we have to match. If we match, it sounds spectacular. So we want to be as precise as we can. All right, happy practicing, clarinet players. Bye, guys.